Learning never exhausts the mind. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Time stays long enough for anyone who will use it. I love those who can smile in trouble, who can gather strength from distress, and grow brave by reflection. It had long since come to my attention that people of accomplishment rarely sat back and let things happen to them. They went out and happened to things. Poor is the pupil who does not surpass his master. Time stays long enough for anyone who will use it. Intellectual passion drives out sensuality. I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Being willing is not enough, we must do. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so a life well spent brings happy death. All our knowledge has its origins in our perceptions. Although nature commences with reason and ends in experience, it is necessary for us to do the opposite, that is to commence with experience and from this to proceed to investigate the reason. It's easier to resist at the beginning than at the end. A beautiful body perishes, but a work of art does not. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so a life well spent brings happy death. The natural desire of good men is knowledge. There are four powers, memory and intellect, desire and covetousness. The two first are mental and the others sensual. The three senses, sight, hearing, and smell, cannot well be prevented, touch and taste not at all. Tears come from the heart and not from the brain. Where there is shouting, there is no true knowledge. Marriage is like putting your hand into a bag of snakes in the hope of pulling out an eel. Just as food eaten without appetite is a tedious nourishment, so does study without zeal damage the memory by not assimilating what it absorbs. All knowledge which ends in words will die as quickly as it came to life, with the exception of the written word, which is its mechanical part. The truth of things is the chief nutriment of superior intellects. Life well spent is long. Common sense is that which judges the things given to it by other senses. Knowledge of the past and of the places of the earth is the ornament and food of the mind of man. Men of lofty genius, when they are doing the least work, are most active. He who wishes to be rich in a day will be hanged in a year. Art is never finished, only abandoned. The greatest deception men suffer is from their own opinions. Nothing strengthens authority so much as silence. Anyone who conducts an argument by appealing to authority is not using his intelligence, he is just using his memory. Not to punish evil is equivalent to authorizing it. One can have no smaller or greater mastery than mastery of oneself. The deeper the feeling, the greater the pain. No human investigation can be called real science if it cannot be demonstrated mathematically. I awoke, only to see that the rest of the world is still asleep. The greatest deception men suffer is from their own opinions.